Stupid Garbage Podcast.
Oh, I like that.
One job.
You need to calm down. Already.
All right, let me try to put myself in a happy place. Mentally happy place. Not recording the podcast. Jessica isn't drinking water loudly on radio. Ice water, really, of all things.
Dear reader, I'm currently drinking ice water out of a hurricane cocktail glass. So that's how things are going.
Yeah, and looking at it now, I didn't really think about it. We have cups.
We don't.
Okay. I mean,
Listen,
I'm looking at 5 cups.
Coffee mugs are too small. I wanted a lot of water.
Isn't it bigger? This is like what you'd serve a Mai Tai in.
Way bigger than
it's not.
mug.
It's just taller. Jessica, look. There's a coffee mug. There are 2 coffee mugs on this table. Look at how marginally much taller the actual drinking part of it is compared to this being twice as wide. Oh my God. I'm not doing this. I'm certainly not doing this while we're recording our podcast.
Everything I do is always just about tricking my brain. So if I look at it and go, wow, that's a large glass, it doesn't matter whether or not it is larger.
You are like a chimpanzee toddler.
Thank you so much.
What is up? I was finding inner peace. Seems like that's been maybe permanently postponed.
Today has been one of the worst days of my life. Like, I just have been...
You've been lounging around the house in a Chewbacca onesie.
Yes, sadly, though.
Okay. Well, what did you do today?
It wasn't a bad day. I think what happened was, like, I woke up. I've been really passionate about and, like, really determined to get some work done for my side hustle, my dream. And I was like, you know what?
This podcast. Obviously.
I was like, I really need to get on it. I've been not doing it. I've been too depressed to work. And, like, I really just need to stop being a baby and just get it done. So, like, I went back with fresh eyes to it, and I found the task to be a lot easier, which I knew it would be, which is why I let myself take a break in the first place. But I was like, I really should. So I got a lot of work done, and I was feeling really good, and I, like, made, I'm almost done. And then I think I burnt myself out because then I was like, oh, man, I need a break from this. And then I did another project that was close to it. That was just for fun, but it was like the same concept. And I was like, oh, this doesn't feel good. And then by then it was way too late. And I was like, oh, okay. I feel like shit.
Okay.
And then I couldn't come back.
Right. For dear readers, just so you know, Jessica came upstairs, I don't know, 4 hours ago saying, I've been staring at my screen all day. Oh, well, I guess you won't know. It's 1:36 in the a.m., dear readers. So she came upstairs at like 9 p.m., saying, I've been staring at a screen all day, I can't keep doing that, I need to do something else. And she promptly laid on the couch, propped her phone up, and started watching some kids movie on her phone with it 8 inches from her face.
I tried to do a crossword puzzle. That's what I came up to do, and I was like, okay, I'm going to do crosswords, and that'll be like some, Yeah,
I've been meaning to ask you about that. You just scribbled spirals in every single square. What kind of Zodiac killer bullshit is this? This is crazy.
That's not what happened.
I'm looking at it right now.
You're a liar.
I'm not.
I like how I look down to go look at what you're looking at.
Theater of the mind. Jessica doesn't even know what's happening.
So,
you really are experiencing this podcast, like all the listeners, in a completely auditory medium. That's why you can't realize that some of the stuff you do doesn't translate well.
Yeah.
You're like Flat Stanley. You're living in one dimension.
Yep.
Maybe you are Helen Keller.
Stop it.
All right, punch a hole in my hand right now.
Yeah.
Oh, terrible.
All right.
She's not Helen Keller.
I did not punch you.
She's not strong. You're like a bug.
Yeah. I have compared my strength to a bug in the past. You seem to like it.
Yeah, it's very funny. You say I'm no good. I'm not strong. I'm like a bug.
It's true.
Such hopelessness in your voice.
Like a bug. Yeah.
So what?
So things with me today.
Sure.
So first of all,
cut me off.
What were you gonna say? Well, you asked me what was up, and
I said what, and then you, again.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Jumped the shark there. What did you do today? What do you bring into the pod?
Listen.
Yep.
So what did I do today?
Boy.
I also I got an order for my online art business, and then I was like, oh my God, I don't know how to fulfill this. So I was talking to a bunch of people because of Corona. I can't get the supplies that I need in time. So I had to, once you mentioned Robert tries to help me with my stuff. And
let's talk about your side business. Jessica makes custom t-shirts that say "Tits the Season."
Oh,
what do you mean?
That's such a good idea. Man, I wish I had your brain sometimes.
It's not a good idea.
I'm gonna make that shirt.
Please
I'm gonna wear it with your family. Dude, I was looking back at some of the pictures that I
have a lot of qualms.
That we took on our like our beach vacation with your family, and goddamn, I looked like a whore.
Well, you were the only one who took your top off. It's not a nude beach, Jessica, as I tried to tell you.
We still need to do that.
We've done it.
We need to do it again.
All right.
I know, you went full nude and I couldn't do it.
Pussy. Ironically enough.
Ayo.
Yeah, thanks.
I get it. Anyway, so what else? But my point was, once I was starting to look at all that stuff, I got stressed out because my internet just like crapped out, and it's been crapping out all day, and I don't know why. So I was thinking I was going to look up pod topics, but then my internet wasn't working.
Jessica, you watched an entire movie on your phone.
My phone internet was working. My computer's...
So use your phone to look up podcast topics.
I don't, it's too small.
You watched a movie on it.
I know, I don't like to, though, but I was desperate. I was so sad today. I needed some relief. So anyway, just now I went to go get food. I made myself a sweet little parfait with sunflower seeds and cornflakes. And then I was walking, and as I was going to set it down, I tripped, and I spilt all of the contents of my parfait all over my computer. So I'm just, look, today's been just stressful as hell.
I'm
God damn it.
hearing about this development for the first time. I guess I'll react to it in real time. That does not surprise me. I am a little surprised to hear you call your Yoplait yogurt cup that you stuff with cornflakes and sunflowers
It's Dan and Lightenfit.
a parfait. That's a little shocking to think that you live in such a fragile semblance of reality that you can, again, trick your brain into thinking that's what you're eating.
It was a parfait.
Ice water. That's good for radio.
Yeah, I think.
Thanks, Jess. Doing a lot of sound effects.
Oh, it's so fresh. Also, you know the way whenever
Come on in. The water's fresh.
fresh.
As Jessica says when she gets into a pool, because she, to her credit, is not very good with English.
How is that to my credit?
Well, to your credit, you're not very good with English because you are from Macedonia.
Yes, okay.
It's your third language.
Yeah.
Say something in Greek. It's her second language.
Opa.
Oh my god. You didn't even say that right.
Opa.
Oopa. You're thinking of an Oompa Loompa?
Do I know a single
That's
word
different.
of Greek? Hang on,
You
I
should.
must.
We went to Greece.
That doesn't mean anything.
I mean, it does mean something.
Well, I was so offended by Greece just as a place that I
don't know what that means.
purposefully, like, I think we went on this rant in the podcast, how much we hated Greece.
Yeah, but I don't know what offended by
Like, I was
Greece
just
really
offended by the
means.
experience. I was offended by what they offered to me, generally as a country. And I was like, you know what? I can't, what's the word? Shit.
Behave like a human being to these people?
Oh, imprint. I can't imprint any of this culture or experience into my brain or soul, and I cannot remember any words. No, thank you. So,
Interesting.
yeah. Yeah. So, it's just French.
Say something in French.
You know,
Terrible.
I can't.
Terrible.
Comment
F.
ça va?
You get an F.
Comment ça va?
You get an F.
Enchanté.
You get an F. You still get an F.
Bienvenue.
All right, you get a D minus. So, I think like Efcharisto or something is thank you.
In what?
Greek.
Yeah, I seriously don't think I learned. Like, even remember when we went to France the first time, like, I didn't really learn any words other than, like, pardon.
Pardon.
But I did, like, I remember, like, jambon and fromage, which is ham and cheese. And
Yep.
that's really all I ate. But
So listen.
my point is, I kept a couple of words, and even Greek, I don't think I can remember a single one.
You know as much French as the rat from Ratatouille.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
a native French speaker.
He doesn't speak because
He
Jessica.
speaks to the rats,
Jessica,
idiot.
listen to me very carefully. He's a rat.
He speaks to the other rats.
Do you think they speak in French?
What were we
baboon?
watching where someone just... Oh, that movie yesterday, he just called his daughter a rat. That was the weirdest thing.
Oh, yeah.
He goes, you
Crash.
little rat.
Yeah.
That was the funniest shit. Like, that's something that I would want to call my child, but it's very not okay to call your
Jessica
child a
likes
rat.
belittling children. So, right up her alley there.
It's true, I do. They're terrible.
I know you. Yeah, no. It wasn't a joke.
My
That was
God,
not a
I
joke.
hate them.
Oh, I guess you finish your point about how you were offended by Greek existence.
That's it. So I didn't
Okay.
want to remember any of their language.
Okay, fair enough. So, what were you saying? I was making fun of you for not good English doing.
we were saying the water's fresh.
Yep.
But then what was I talking about when you interrupted me about me drinking my water?
Something preposterous.
I don't know.
I'm
The
sure.
only other story I had was my perfume story, and that's summing up my day.
Okay,
Except for the movie that I watched on my phone was, it was called Fairies, and that's a pretty terrible thing that happened to me today.
I find it strange. I keep zoning out and zoning back in.
Hey.
And then when I come back in, I'm like, oh, I must have missed something because you were saying something like the movie I watched today was called Fairies. And then, but then I say, okay, I can't keep zoning out because clearly when I zone out, this thing just goes off the fucking rails. This thing just goes tits up immediately. And B, I don't know what the fuck is happening.
Do you watch The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel?
I don't. So,
Okay, that's an expression that they use
as
all the
you
time.
know, I do not.
Well,
Because you ask me about that show like once a month. So
you watch a surprising amount of TV that surprises me that you watch like one episode of and then never touch again.
surprisingly, yes. So, my points were, that this thing goes tits up, and also I lose track. I tap out for 5 seconds, and I lose track of the thread of conversation immediately. But then I focus and make sure to listen to you, and then I go, oh no, this is just nonsense.
Oh, all right. Well, what do you have to bring
No,
to the
tell us
topic?
about fairies, and then I'll do my thing.
Well, I watched a fairy wedding. I'm like 45 minutes into it, I think, or like
I'm
I'm
watching that movie for like 3 hours.
I'm 3/4 of the way in, or
What the
something.
fuck happened?
I don't know. I thought it was over because they had a fairy wedding, and I was like, oh, okay, everyone lives happily ever after. And then I checked, and it was halfway through the movie, and I was like, what else could possibly happen? Like, it was so weird. It was such a trippy. Also, I remember it being real kids.
It's animated.
It is.
Okay.
So,
Again, Jessica,
Yeah.
your
my brain.
facsimile of reality it's like a pantomime of real life.
Yeah.
It's like, do you see me as a puppet, like a hand puppet? Do you see people
I see you as much worse than that.
as that unnecessarily mean?
Do you remember we were watching like Thunder and Lightning yesterday, and you were like, I would love to see things through your head because your world must be so interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, again, when we saw Cats for the first time, that was your comment. That's going to stick with me forever.
Yeah.
I finally understand your brain.
So
I was
what
like, yeah.
was the movie called Fairy or Fairy Wedding?
I think it's just called Fairies.
Okay.
Full movie is on YouTube, dear reader.
How long is it?
It's British. I don't know.
An hour?
I didn't check. No, it's way longer than an hour.
Well, you said you were 3/4 of the way into it and you watched 45 minutes of it.
No, I don't know. I just made up the 45 minutes. It could have been 3 hours that I was watching it
Oh.
for. I don't know.
Were you watching a television show?
No.
Were you watching a season of a kid's show?
No. Nuh-uh.
Okay. Because you were
I don't
watching
know.
this for a long fucking
Truly,
time.
I don't know what happened. I don't know. No, it was like 11:30 to... Oh my god, yeah. It was like an hour and a half.
I think
It was like
longer.
11:30 to 12:50.
I think it was a little longer than that even. So, whatever.
I don't know.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. What was the movie about?
It's just about fairies. It's really not worth going into, to be honest. Like, it's just...
Okay, alright.
It's a kid's movie, and it doesn't matter to anyone. But it's British, which is interesting. I don't have any recollection of where that movie came from. Like, usually, as a child, I can be like, oh, my parents bought this for me, or, you know, I saw it at my grandmother's house at one time, or whatever, but, like, I can't pinpoint this movie. I want to say this was, like, it might have been, like, a library movie, and that's why I don't remember it, but it just...
What the fuck does that have to
Every,
do with
like,
it?
5 years, I have the urge to watch it, because I'm like, this is such a weird blip in my... Dude, I don't know.
This
something
sounds this sounds like a curse that a gypsy implanted.
Yeah,
in you or
like
something.
every few years, I'm like, you know what? Need to catch up on fairies. Need to give that a go again.
And it's not, they don't re-release it or update it.
No,
You're watching
no.
the same stupid movie. Okay.
Yeah.
So how many times have you seen this godforsaken film?
I want to say this is the second time
Okay, so what the
recently.
Oh, okay.
Like, I think, what did I say? Every 5 years?
That's what you said.
Yeah, like
30 seconds
I
ago.
watched it now. I saw it like 5 years ago, and then I can't remember if I'm pretty sure I like was searching for it because I couldn't remember it, and I had to like Google like movie with children and fairies, and there's a surprisingly large.
So the movie's called
genre.
Fairies and you couldn't find it?
Well, it's the thing because it's such a common, like.
Yeah, and the movie's called Fairies. Okay, so here's my question. You've seen this movie, what, at least 3 times? Was my
Yes.
question.
Yes.
How did you still think they were real children?
I don't. So okay. So basically, like they find an oak tree and they go into like fairyland, which
Okay,
is like
so-
through like a little portal.
Right, like Dragon Tales. They start as real
Yes.
children.
But I thought they
Or like
started
Alice
as
in
real
Wonderland.
children, and then once they found the fairies and they go to fairy world, they become animated. But no, it's kind of like they start off as cartoons, and then once they go into fairy world, it's almost like it switches where it becomes the real world. It's like mini dioramas or something that they put like, but they combine the cartoon and the real life footage. But then some of the scenes are in 3D, like 3D computer renderings.
Kind of like
it's
that.
So weird.
That movie with I think it was just called Martin, where some kid travels back in time and talks to Martin Luther King, some young black boy, and then there's footage of him marching at Selma or something. And when we watched that when we were in like 4th grade, and one of my friends took from that, even though I think a number of kids traveled back in time with him, one of my friends took from that black people could travel through time.
What?
Which I thought, yeah, there were like 3 black kids in the class. I was like, what? Why would they be here? Like, what are you talking about?
4th grade is way too old to come to that conclusion.
Oh, it was a stupid person.
Okay.
But don't get me wrong, but
wow.
Yeah, no, I don't know what
that's
could have possibly been going through. Someone asked him, I think the next year in 5th grade, he dropped a piece of trash on the ground, and someone said, "Don't you care about nature?" And he went, "Who's nature?" So he was an idiot. But what are you gonna do?
Happy Earth Day.
That might have been someone else, actually.
Speaking
No, I don't remember.
nature.
Happy Earth Day, although not anymore. But
well,
happy.
Especially considering these people won't be listening to it for.
Happy Earth Boxing Day. Oh yeah, that's true. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Probably by the time you're hearing this.
Oh shit! That's soon.
Sure. Yeah, it's whatever.
What day is it?
13 days, 12 days.
Oh, not that soon. Also, I keep a week from now. You know.
How long do you think a week is? I said
well, I was
13 days.
I got confused, man. I'm not.
I know. I know you got confused.
Because I was like, oh, by the next podcast, it's gonna be tomorrow. What am I talking about? And then I'm like, no, I'm thinking a week from now, which is only 2 weeks away from Cinco de Mayo. But
a week from now
is
a
2 weeks from
today.
Sorry, a week from today is 2 weeks from Cinco de Mayo. So a week from now would be another week.
No, a week from today when we're recording the podcast. You mean? Is not 2 weeks from Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo is in 13 days.
Cinco de Mayo.
That's not what you said.
In
like
a week.
Times.
I misspoke. In a week.
Do you want to lie down?
My God.
This is going horribly.
Dude, literally, I cannot turn my brain on today. La-di-da.
Alright, well, go watch some brain porn. I don't know what to tell you. This is horrible.
I don't know what that means.
Because you can't turn...
Oh, that's cute.
You know what? It was, but you don't deserve it, frankly.
Okay.
So,
well, maybe they do.
You watched... maybe. Don't listen to this. They can't do that. Listen, guys.
Rob has a very low regard for anyone listening to this.
Yeah, you're pieces of garbage. So.
As are we, though. So maybe.
No, not me. Not me. I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm wonderful. I'm a delight.
You are.
Thank you. That's all I needed.
But you're also garbage.
I'm not. I'm not garbage. I'm great. You're trash. These people are trash. I hate you. But I'm not. I'm better than all of you. I'm better than all of you combined.
I was going to say, you definitely on this podcast have a very condescending tone.
Oh, the tone. The tone is the problem. That's just your
personality, yeah.
Yeah.
You're just a condescending person.
Yeah.
So, dear reader, if you're listening to this, he does love me, and I think he respects me.
Oh, don't get ahead of yourself now.
He respects me. He just, is also a douchebag. But anyway.
So beleaguered. You don't know what the word means.
Of course not.
So... What do I...
So goddamn. So fairies, yes. And then that's really, truly probably it. My skink, again, I haven't brought him up for a little while. He's been sleeping for like 2 weeks straight. He comes awake for like a full day and he's energetic and he will not stop moving for a full day straight. And then he sleeps for another week. So Peaches has been chilling. We'll update you when he comes alive again. So.
He's adapting to the quarantine lifestyle. Listen, look.
I think he's getting depressed because I'm downstairs with him too much.
That would depress me. So,
no,
you're... Anyway, so he, he's a lizard. I'm sure he's fine. I don't think lizards are complex enough creatures to get depressed. So, what do I have? Oh, first and foremost, right off the top, I have an impression.
Let's do it.
As you know. This one you're going to know who it is because I'm going to say the name. But you listen and... Judge, yeah. Scale of 1 to, let's say 1 to 30.
Okay. What the...
You figure it out. I'm Bob Barker. Come on down. Come on down and guess if you guessed $14.99 Maple Ave is my address, you were right. Come on down and bring an ambulance. Your prize is getting to ride with me to the hospital. I'm Bach Bobber. I don't feel... Come on.
Oh my god, your irregular breathing made me yawn.
That's 97-year-old Bob Barker.
Okay, I don't know who Bob Barker is.
So what would you give the impression?
I mean, I thought that was a solid 25.
All right. It's about an 8.5 on a normal 1 to 10 scale.
It was a solid 9.
Okay, so then you should have given it a 27.
Okay, I'm not going to be able to do that math, so.
9 times 3 eluded you.
Well.
You're a horse's patoot. So that was my impression of 97-year-old Bob Barker. I thought he was dead. I looked it up today. He hosted The Price is Right for, I'm going to say, 104 years.
Okay.
Since the middle of World War I. And, yeah, he stopped hosting it like 10 years ago and was usurped by Drew Carey, who I think, in order to claim the title, had to rip Bob Barker's head off on live TV. It's kind of like a Highlander
like
situation. Or like an ant, sure. Jessica likes to dismember insects, apparently.
No.
I'm learning for the first time.
I learned today that one of the, I don't know where she's from, but she is an influencer who I think she's South Korean. I don't know. She eats live animals on film.
Yeah, Jeffrey Dahmer, I've heard of him.
Which apparently is like done in that culture. Like they do eat live seafood, so it's not like, but she does it in a way where she like films them and really, she films them suffering and it's not super cool, and apparently like everyone's freaking out about it and they might take action and she might, blah, 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 and I'm very happy about that. Anyway, continue.
That was fine. That was good.
Speaking of decapitating innocent animals.
Yeah, taking their kappas right off their heads. So, I was just making a joke about Highlander and Bob Barker, but he's apparently still alive. I was going to just do a Bob Barker impression. I thought, oh, he's almost 100. Fantastic. I can just do an old man Bob Barker. And thus I did.
It was cute. I liked it.
Giving you a little peek inside the mind of yours truly. You get to see the creative process, all the work that goes behind. I spent like 25 minutes working on my Prince impression, which I'll tease now that you'll hear tomorrow, dear reader, but then I thought it's not good enough. It's still decent, and it was better than my fucking Bob Barker, so I don't know. But you'll hear it tomorrow, and what is that, number 5? I think I have 2 more.
Yeah.
Because you said 7, right?
Yeah, I think yesterday was 4.
So there you go. If my arithmetic serves, next comes the 5th.
You do have 7 math majors, so.
I don't have any math majors. I am no longer a student.
Well, you majored in 7 maths.
Also not true, but...
Theater of the mind.
Theater of the mind. Yeah, that's a real stretch. Jessica, it needs to... suspension of disbelief will only take them so far. Like, for them to believe that I...
Had 7 majors?
Have 7 majors or that you're 5'4", it's just not gonna work.
Oh my god, I will go to a doctor and get a note.
Go ahead.
Fuck.
Jessica Sterner has Crohn's disease. Also held me at gunpoint to say she's 5'4". Signed, Dr. Bullshit.
Ugh.
DDS.
Look, I'm going to... I'll get someone reliable and I'll videotape them doing it so that they're not at gunpoint and you can see that.
Okay.
Because everyone loves being videotaped. That's,
Would you, when I was, especially while you're holding a gun to their head, do you think you could pull off a bank robbery?
Absolutely not. I can barely lie without getting really guilty.
What do you think is the most grandiose crime you could get away with? Maybe not 100% of the time, but that you had a decent chance of getting away with.
When I met you, you were really big on, we shouldn't steal things. And I, what? Okay. I've been told I've gone too far. But the most grandiose crime I could get... What?
Nothing. Go ahead.
The most grandiose crime I could get away with?
That's what I asked.
Murder.
Okay, so you don't think you could pull off a bank robbery, but you do think that disappearing a person...
I get really nervous when I'm, I don't know. I think the stealing situation just makes me really nervous. I don't think I could do it. And I'm very aggressive, so I could definitely be like, give me your fucking money. I could do that part, but I don't think that I could do the whole, you know, this is wrong and I'm doing it anyway in a big public setting in a way that, like, I'm seen by a lot of people and whatever, and I'm, like, outside and vulnerable. Like, but if I had someone in my own house or anywhere else, really, like, if I would love to kill someone.
This is reassuring as your roommate.
Yeah.
Why don't we do...
I would love to kill someone. Let me backtrack real quick.
Yeah. No, I'm not worried that you could get away with murder. I've met you and spoken to you at length. We've had something akin to this discussion where I said, if you had to dispose of a body, where would you put it? And I outlined very, very vaguely my plan, and you said you're a psychopath for knowing that. And I said, okay, what would you do with the body? You went, I don't know, put it in the trash.
I mean, yeah, I
put it in the trunk of my car and figure it out later.
Again,
like I do with all the other shit I don't know what to do with.
Because I'm not a real psychopath, I have not thought about it at length.
Fine, but what this informs me of is that you could not get away with murder.
Okay, if I killed someone this second and I was like, oh my god, this person is dead, what do I do? I feel like we've been watching a lot of murder stuff lately, and I would think, you know, a car... What
murder stuff? We've been watching Schitt's Creek.
I know, but we like a couple movies that we've seen lately, like the Pulp Fiction. All the movies with my parents that we've seen have been murdery. Like the two Quentin Tarantino movies we saw were a little murdery.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
And they had a whole elaborate scene on how to get rid of a body, so it feels more murdery than usual.
We watched Pulp Fiction. What was the other Tarantino movie?
I know. I don't. Oh no.
You keep saying.
Was it not Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
That was like 4 months ago.
No.
You keep saying we've watched 2 Tarantino movies back to back.
We definitely did. We watched it back to back because I remember being like, I can't believe they got me to watch one, and not only one, they got me to watch 2. We saw Pulp Fiction, and then after that we saw another movie.
Okay, was it Kill Bill?
No.
Was it Inglourious Bastards?
It was another one with Bruce Willis. It was 2 Bruce Willises, remember?
Bruce Willis Tarantino movie?
Yes.
I don't know that there are...
Fuck me. What was
that
it?
many other Bruce Willis Tarantino movies.
Because I said I wanted... Oh, no.
It's not Jackie Brown, because you've never seen Jackie Brown.
I guess not.
It was not either the Kill Bills.
No.
It was not Django. It was not Inglourious Bastards. It was not Once Upon a Time, because that was 6 months ago, maybe, at this point.
Yeah. Or maybe we saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and then we immediately saw...
No, that is not what happened.
Was it another Bruce Willis movie and then Pulp Fiction? I don't think so.
Yes, it was that Bruce Willis movie wherein he was like in a house with people and Morgan Freeman got... Spoiler alert for this movie that I'll remember. He got shot. He went outside and he got shot or something. Remember? He was like a action hero. He was a Marine or something, and they came to kill him, and he had a woman that he kind of kidnapped.
Literally have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
Judi Dench was in it, and she was a sniper girlfriend or something.
Red.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was called Red, but I thought it was some other movie. Yeah, it was called Red.
That's Red.
We watched Red.
Retired and Extremely Dangerous.
Yeah, something like that.
Got him.
I thought Red was a different movie. I'm thinking of that movie with I think also Bruce Willis and Perlman. What's that fucking the black and white one where only like his blood is red?
Sin City.
Yes, that's what I was thinking of. So yeah.
If you mention a movie with colors, I'll know what you're talking about.
Or Bruce Willis, apparently.
I love Bruce Willis.
Yeah, you do. I don't understand it.
No, anything also with like weird color, I will remember very vividly, because my brain is broken.
I mean, fair enough.
I wish it, like, isn't there, what's the thing called where you, like, see things weird? Like the number 3,
it's
like...
It's called your life.
It's like, it's not kinesthesia, what's it called?
I don't know, some sort of aphasia.
But yeah, they see, like, the number 3 will be associated with yellow or something, and they can't explain why.
Yeah. Okay, let me do this for you.
Sure.
You tell me if you've even seen any of these movies,
Mm-hmm.
right? Pulp Fiction, we saw, we know that. Reservoir Dogs.
No.
You've never seen. The Hateful Eight.
I might have seen Reservoir Dogs.
You've never seen Reservoir Dogs.
I mean, it's with Will... Isn't that the one with Will Smith where he's, like, walking like a badass on the cover with someone else?
That's Bad Boys.
I don't think so. They're in the desert.
Maybe the Wild West. It's definitely...
I'm 100% positive it's Reservoir Dogs.
I'm 1,000% positive Will Smith is not in Reservoir Dogs. I've seen Reservoir Dogs 4 times. I am promising you he's not in it.
This is uncomfortable.
I promise you he's
Who's
not
in Reservoir Dogs?
Quentin Tarantino, Steve Buscemi,
Oh man, I've
Harvey
never
Keitel.
Seen, nope, never seen this movie.
I don't know if there are any black people at all in
What am
Reservoir
I
Dogs.
thinking of? Okay, weird.
You're
I think
thinking
it's
of
something other.
Independence Day.
I think it's
know.
another movie that has the word dogs in it, but I don't know.
With Will Smith.
I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. Let's just move on.
Men in Black.
Let's move on.
Let's see. Will.
What am I thinking?
Smith in a death. It might be Wild West. It might be Bad Boys.
No, I don't
dogs,
think it's. I could swear it had the word dogs in it.
Let's see. Bad Boys for Life.
Maybe it was Bad Boys, and I associated it with
Legend.
dogs because of
Yeah,
Bad Boy.
Because you're an idiot.
Thanks.
Hancock. Was it like this? Walking in a desert with another person? Like this?
No, maybe.
It was that.
I don't think
I'm going to
so.
say it was. Ali,
Alright.
Focus, 7 Rounds, Bright, Concussion.
Nope.
Tell the truth.
Nope.
Tell the truth.
Nope. Go faster.
The Karate Kid. I don't think he was in that. I think that was just Jaden. Enemy of the State. 6 Degrees of Separation. That was a good movie. Wild Wild West. Shark Tale, which is obviously animated. Made in America. Annie. Yeah.
Maybe it was Bad Boys. All right. Anyway, keep
It was
going
Bad Boys. No, that's it.
with your Quentin.
So, no, he's only directed like 9 movies.
Oh.
We didn't watch 2 Quentin Tarantino movies. I don't know that you've
My
seen
bad.
2 Quentin Tarantino movies in the last 6 months.
I absolutely despise Quentin Tarantino. I've seen Kill Bill. I've seen all the Kill Bills. I've seen Inglourious Bastards.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen the other one that came out recently that wasn't
Once Upon
Hollywood.
a Time in Hollywood. Oh, Django.
No.
Inglourious Bastards.
I thought there was another one like Inglourious Bastards that I'd seen too. Well,
I mean, there's like a Downfall or something. Like those are Nazi movies, but
No.
they're not Tarantino movies.
no, it was another
Or
Tarantino.
Valkyrie.
I don't know. Anyway, I've seen. I don't even know what Quentin Tarantino makes. I saw the one that no one talks about. From Dusk Till Dawn.
He did not direct that.
Shit, he's just in it.
He's just in it briefly. He
That
might have produced
is
it or
weird.
something. It's not a Tarantino.
Because I was gonna
movie.
say I like that movie.
You keep trying to tell me it's a Tarantino movie,
Quentin
and I
just
tell you like every
fucking blows.
3 months that it's not.
Just his everything about the movies that he makes I despise with a passion.
Right. So,
Except sometimes the plots are okay, but
well, they're characters. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
sure
Doesn't
they
matter.
can be character studies all they want, but the way that they're filmed and the gritty vulgarity and violence and stuff, I'm just like meh.
Well, I mean, you are a member of Christian Mothers Against Violence.
Exactly.
So, you know.
Me and all the other Christian mothers
Yeah.
band together.
Chamav. So, Jessica just fell down the stairs. I'm going to leave her there.
We filmed at the top of the stairs just to spice things up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Record.
You got a standing podcast. That's all you got to do. That's the future. That's what we're bringing to the radio
We
is
should do a walking podcast.
ambulatory radio. There you go. Now we're running as fast as we can and throwing the phone back and forth like a game of hot potato.
It's amazing how evenly we're speaking.
Although
Considering
you-
this. Sorry, you were interrupting me. Go ahead.
Although you can't run.
That's true.
So I was gonna say
I have a disease.
you do.
Here's the
I
thing.
Don't know that it has
No,
anything to do with it.
because remember, like the last time you said please jog and I want to see how far you can go. My Crohn's kicked in before my body said I'm too tired from running. Like it's 100%
I know, but
exercise triggers my Crohn's.
I've
disease.
seen you get too tired from running. It does not take much.
It also does happen that way, but usually the Crohn's.
The Crohn's is an excuse. It's irrelevant.
It's not an excuse.
I've never seen you run for more than 6 minutes at a time.
Okay, well, if I had a gym membership, I definitely could.
You used to go on the treadmill all the time when you had a gym membership.
I was able to go for 22 minutes at one point.
I've never seen that. You would run for 5 minutes and then you'd be done on the treadmill.
Yeah, because whenever you and I would go, it was because we'd have like a random guest pass from my brother.
No, like when we were in school, we went to the gym together.
I didn't work. I wasn't working out then.
Malarkey, lies.
I worked. It's funny.
afters,
My parents got me a gym
shiftless
membership like
bullshit.
the summer before I met you, or like
Yep.
2 summers before I met you, or something. So like, I was ripped as fuck for like a solid year,
I don't believe any of that.
and then my parents were like, "You're the only one that uses a gym membership. We can't afford it anymore." So they got rid of all of it.
They were probably afraid of you. You shouldn't have.
I got huge.
You shouldn't have kicked the doors off of the hinges that they were on whenever you walked into a room. Although I did see you eat. I did see when you were working out. I did see your diet, your regimen of eating 6 rocks for lunch. That was weird. I don't really understand how that you'd get protein from that, but it's
well, I would have protein powder.
You had protein shakes. That's right.
No, just powder.
That's disgusting. Also,
straight powder, rocks and powder. Just my entire diet was just dust.
You just snorted that. That doesn't count.
Why?
You're the expert.
Yeah.
Okay.
It got me huge.
It did get you. Jessica is enormous. She's 4'11", but she's 362 pounds.
Dear reader, also don't snort protein powder, please. If anyone's not understanding the joke.
Fucking narc.
I'm not narking. I'm not saying I'll tell on you if you do.
You working for the feds?
I'm just saying don't.
If you're working for the feds, I need you to tell me right now, or I'm gonna cut you open. I'm gonna gut you like a pig.
Don't take my scissors and put them up to my throat.
Are you with the feds?
Do it. Fucking do it.
Oh no. Can't do this.
I'm not with the feds. I just don't want to be liable.
You're on a wire? Are you being recorded right now? Are you recording right now?
Get off of me. We are recording right now. You are being...
You fucking recording me? You fucking recording me, man?
You're recording yourself.
It's a helicopter. I hear it.
Oh
I hear it. They're
God.
coming.
Dude, speaking of which, I've been having so many schizophrenia ads pop up on my YouTube.
What is that? What's a schizophrenia ad?
Would
you like schizophrenia? Here's how you get it? What?
No, it's like some guy being like, this is what's happened because of my schizophrenia, and this is how it's affected my life. One of them was saying, like, this is how it's affected my life, and things are terrible, I need to get help. And then they're like, if you want to get help for your schizophrenia... Maybe
these are just hallucinations.
Maybe. And then the other one...
That sounds made up. And also, this is an ad?
Yeah, the other one was like a fully functioning guy, and he was like, I think he was like a data analyst. And he was like, I work with data, and I
make up numbers. You owe them $3.
He was like, and I'm so happy that I got treatment
Juneteenth.
I got treatment for my schizophrenia because I'm, happy at my job. And if you want to get treatment too, don't hesitate to get treatment.
Yeah.
It was weird. I don't know. I do think I will get schizophrenia. I know it almost. Can I have?
Yeah, sure, but
don't put it on from the inside out.
I'm not gonna put it on from the inside out, Jessica. I'm not an animal. Give me your lips, and I'll apply it for you.
Are you gonna put it on me?
No, just give me your lips. Give me your lips. Bam.
Ow.
Ready? Bam.
This isn't
Ready?
Good for radio.
Bam.
Ow.
You're right. Neither is you putting on chapstick.
You're putting on chapstick on my chin.
I would never, in a million years, Jessica, look at me, listen to me, look at me, look at me, look me in the eye. I would never look me in the eye. Look me in the eye. Look me in the eye. Get yourself to where you need to be to look me in the eye. Listen, I get that you don't like the podcast. You can't control your body. You can't move a foot and a half.
We're 2 for 2 now.
Without knocking. We're not 2 for 2. We're 2 for 2 recently.
Yeah.
We're like 2 for 35.
Yeah. But 2 in a row is what I should have said.
You should have said that. You didn't. One more and it'll be a turkey.
Turkey. Like
Thanks.
in bowling,
Thank
I
you, Jessica.
know.
Yeah. Turkey.
I didn't have anything to add to that. I was like, yep.
So you just repeated the word that I said.
Get what he's doing.
I'm doing mirroring.
What did you say?
What'd you say?
Mirroring, okay.
Mirroring, okay.
I thought you said mirroring.
I thought you said mirroring. Right. That's not right.
You're also not doing mirroring. Mirroring is just taking a teeny tiny part of what someone says and doing it back at them.
Part.
Or you'd go like, back at them.
Back at them.
Exactly. And then now I feel like you understand what I'm saying.
Saying.
Yes. Precisely.
Oh. I'm done. I'm done with you. I don't want to be you. I don't want to marry you.
Let's just watch Quest for Camelot, please.
Jessica, listen to me.
It's one of those non-Disney golden.
Understand
Disney
that I'm not
movies.
joking. This is not a bit for radio. This is a shoot. This is not a work. Okay, I'm not. This is 100% legitimate and serious. The day I watch Quest for Camelot is the day I'm gonna go walk into the ocean and never come out.
Lead us to our place. La-da to our grace.
Did you just say la da to our grace?
Da, da, da,
Okay, I forgot it.
Safe. So yeah.
Celine Dion in the studio.
I actually think it is someone like Celine Dion.
It is Celine Dion. It's precisely Celine Dion.
I thought you were making fun of me and calling me Celine Dion.
It's not Celine
ironically.
Dion's.
What?
It's not her crowning achievement. I didn't want to be mean.
It was good. good.
About Celine Dion, I'm sure was fine in it, but it's clearly not something that she was very well known for. But
you know who my favorite like singer not debut, but my dude, Faith Hill in The Grinch.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh my god. Where are you, Christmas? Why can't I find you? Man, goddamn, if I could figure out how many times I've listened to that song.
If only there was a way to track that on your iTunes. This has really gotten away from me. I don't know what the fuck is happening.
So what was your prep? Because we didn't do any of it. We just shot
any of it, and now we have like 4 minutes left.
We just shot the shit. Less than that, I'd argue.
I don't even know if we're still recording.
Oh no,
Did your phone die? No,
it
didn't. That would have been such bliss.
That was weird. It should be really low on battery though.
A boy can dream. It's at like 10%.
Yeah.
So, dear reader, if
teetering on the edge.
If our voices just suddenly cut off, you know that it's. So you making noise?
Sorry.
While I do that.
I didn't know you were gonna do it by the time I lurched.
I can't imagine a worse radio partner than you. A howler monkey in a hat would at least keep me entertained enough to keep this podcast going. This is draining.
If you want, we can have an episode like you were saying with the Ron and Fez where you have a cat that you just try to, get to say a word the whole time in which...
That's you. You're the cat.
Exactly. What I'm saying is you could just do a solo, You
don't understand.
That episode was basically just Ron being absolutely hilarious and Fez would say a couple words every now and then. Yeah. That was a one-man show.
Yeah, my dream. This podcast is more exhausting than the worst month of my life.
What was the worst
Each
month
episode.
of your life?
I don't know off the top of my head. I know for a fact that I've never had a 30-day
You've had a
span.
pretty easy life.
And yet, but my point is that I've never had a 30-day span wherein all of the tiring things combined were as exhausting as one 45-minute session doing this podcast. At its best.
I'm having a great time.
Then that's good. That evens it out, I guess. That's why we're still doing this.
Yeah, I'm really happy. Yeah.
Why do you think you could get away with the murder?
Not
why would you want to kill someone? Why do you think you'd be able to?
It's funny because if
my
you
second
asked me
point, if I may, first point was that I'm convinced you couldn't. My murder would be solved as you were committing it. It'd be like a Minority Report scenario. The police would come and be like, "Hey, you called us 20 minutes ago telling us you were killing someone as you were stabbing me. You would have tipped them off.
You or me?
You. If you try to kill me, they will burst through the door probably before you manage to finish the job. Point one. Point two, that's all irrelevant because you couldn't kill me.
I wouldn't try to kill you. Why are we talking about this? You're never the victim. Unless you get mouthy.
Jessica, if you... I'm... With all due respect, if you ever try to kill me, I'm going to put you in the ground. It'll be trivial. I'll do it without breaking stride.
Man.
I'll do it while going downstairs to make a peanut butter jelly sandwich.
Realistically, you could literally just grab me by the top of my head without even bending down and just shove me down.
Yeah.
And I would die. No, don't. Please don't.
Stop me from rotating you. Like a weeble wobble.
I can't. I can't for half a second.
You can't. Your hair's just greasy, so I lose...
Well, the water got fucking freezing before I could get the shampoo out. Yes, I was going to take a second shower today. But anyway.
Yeah, well, you know what they say.
Back to our conversation from earlier. I didn't want to take 2 showers in one day.
2 showers a day keeps the doctor away. So what, why do you think you could pull off a murder successfully?
I don't know. I don't think it's that hard.
Based on what?
All the movies I've seen. And TV shows.
Wherein people tend to get caught, right?
Look, I mean, I also, as you know, it's interesting because I watch a lot of murder TV, like true crime with real people and real cases and stuff, and a lot of them get caught, surprisingly, where I'm like, how did, it's such a weird murder, how did you get caught from this? But then sometimes you also watch true crime where it's so obvious that there's a murder, someone who did it, and it should be really obvious and no one ever gets caught. So I feel like it's kind of it could go either way. So my point is, it can't be that hard if some idiots are just killing people and getting away with it. Okay, sometimes high profile.
But by that logic, anything that anyone... I've seen LeBron James dunk a basketball, how hard could it be? Some people can do it, why not me?
Yeah.
You thinking that you can dunk a basketball would be lunacy.
Well, I don't know. I mean, look, I feel like a lot of the murder stuff is, like, weird, because I would think, like, oh, I'll just keep it in my car and no one will ever find it. And I don't really see a problem with that logic. Except, obviously, if someone comes and checks my car, they'll be like, oh, here's a dead body, and then I'm super screwed. But I don't... like, it wouldn't occur to me in the moment. I'd be like, oh, who's gonna check my car? But I'm also really paranoid about cameras, like, all the time. Like, even if I do something slightly weird that's not illegal, that's just, like, socially not normal, if there's, like, a camera, I freak the fuck out. Or if I think there might be a camera, I'll freak out. So, like, I just get really paranoid.
Yeah, I have found that to be the case. You often, you'll ask me if I think we're being watched when we're not even doing anything.
Yeah.
Like, do you think there's a live feed? I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Eating French fries, who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that informs your decision to get away with murder, to try to get away with murder.
I mean, yeah, I think
paranoia.
I think look,
and the inability to really gauge whether or not you're being recorded or watched. You think that's a good thing?
I'm telling you that I don't think I would be able to commit any crime.
Forget about getting away with.
I don't think I'd be able to I think, again, if I had already killed someone or whatever.
Yep.
And I was like, oh shit, I have to get away with this crime. Like, the anxiety and paranoia wouldn't matter, because it's like, I need to do this. Like, I have already killed someone. It is too late to chicken out.
Okay, but then what would you do with the body, for example?
So, okay, would it be like, I mean, probably like, I don't know how easy it would be to get a boat and put it in the ocean.
All right, I mean...
You know what I would do? I'd put it in a garbage bag, and then I'd put it in my car, drive home, and then I would do the whole melt in oil or melt in acid thing. I would, like, get some household chemicals. Like, as you know, I work with a lot of, like, resin and...
I don't see this going wrong in any particular way.
Why?
You making your own homemade acid? You making bathtub gin acid? You're making moonshine acid? Are you kidding me?
Like, I work with animal bones and stuff, and, like, it's really easy to
You put them in glue.
I was working with rat bones, and, like, in order to clean them and stuff, you need to, like, put them in a solution, and I think a lot of people do that, like, when they're, like, they take feeder rats, and they, like, you know, strip the muscle off the bone.
Jessica, we're talking about a human body.
Yeah, you just chop it up, and
How
make
are you gonna chop up a body?
You know, you could chop up a body with a house knife.
Jessica, you can't even cut a squash.
Look, you take a hammer and you just break the bone.
Oh my god.
And then you take the knife.
The bone?
Yeah.
There are 206 bones in the human body. Okay,
well, I wouldn't need to cut every single bone. I just need to cut, you know.
Again, you'd get caught before the person dies. You'd be the first person to be charged with preemptive murder.
I also, like, don't know where I would get a big metal, tub.
Doesn't matter.
The other thing too, like, we rent, like, Look, it's
there are a lot of factors working against.
We live in a house with other people.
You did, Jessica. Mm-hmm. I hope you take this to heart. You did your best, and that's all anyone can ask of you. Failure or not.
What crime do you think?
Failure.
I mean, I know you think you can get away with murder.
I'm going to get away with your murder.
Okay.
And it's going to be glorious.
I consent.
I'm going to turn... There you go. That's all I need. Bada bing, bada boom. I'm going to turn you into a firework. You're going to streak across the sky.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it will be. It's not right now.
Didn't we watch something where the people took a body in their backyard and just, like, burned it, and then no one could figure out anything because the body was just burned?
Maybe. I don't know. Off the top of my head, I don't remember anything, but...
There was, like, a double... Like, they, like, tied a girl to a bed and, like, both raped her and they... Oh, yeah, yes. Making a murderer, right?
Oh, maybe, yeah.
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 Spoiler alert.
Oops. Well, I mean, it's called Making a Murderer.
Yeah.
Someone dies.
Yeah.
Sorry for letting the cat out of the bag.
But in that one, it was speculated that they had a big bonfire and just burned the body. And to me, that's so easy and so normal. Like, no one would ever question you for that.
I mean, they caught him.
Well, yeah, but that's also because everyone's IQ was super, super low and no one was able to function. What? How dare you?
And you think that you wouldn't get caught?
My IQ is...
At least double digits.
You know, I don't know what my IQ is, actually. I don't think I've been tested.
They probably wouldn't waste the paper.
Does everyone get IQ tests?
No, I think you have to go get one.
Oh. So, like, if you're super smart or super not? is usually the people that get tested.
Or you go and take a test. Like,
No,
you
I know,
decide
but
to
like
take a
why?
test.
The only reason
don't
that
know.
you would get your child tested is if they
I
were
don't-
like, you know, accelerating too quickly or not accelerating quickly enough.
Yeah,
in
why didn't
school.
you get an IQ test?
How dare you? I've
don't
never
know.
been in a remedial I was in the APs in high school. 2 or 3 of them.
Wow, they
2 of
let
them?
you in classes with the other children?
3 of them? 3 of them.
Okay, you can't count to 3, so I'm gonna call this into question.
Pretty sure I was in psych, photo, and marketing.
AP photo?
Yeah.
Oh, malarkey. This is
How
all
dare
made up.
you? How dare you?
How
How dare you?
Stop throwing things in. That's about it.
I'm
What?
sorry that this wasn't that exciting of a podcast. I think
If they've been listening for this long, they are used to it being terrible.
That's true. Good for you to have it for
See you later, pod racers.
stamina.